Hello. Hi, Sarah.
Hello.
I'm here in Coton with Sarah Hewitt to find out more about the exclusive Women's Wealth Network. So, Sarah, why the Women's Wealth Network?
Well, the idea came together over sort of a long period of time. Really, it's not just been something that's just cropped up. It's been forming for a long time as a response to my own life and things that I've needed. So I've been on this sort of journey of mass input for different courses and experiences, trying out sort of different financial investment strategies in my own life. And now I want to share it with everyone else because it's been such an incredible journey that I've got so much to share and such a passion to share it. That's why there's Women's Wealth Network.
And Sarah, has there been one catalyst or many things that have brought you to where you are now?
Well, yes, many things, but I guess the biggest thing has been my experience as a single parent. And, you know, I'm not a single parent anymore because I'm married to the lovely Neil.
The lovely Neil.
But when I was a single parent, there was certainly lots of hardship and learnings. And I was sort of on my own with 3 teenage children and completely responsible for them in a financial aspect. And you know, I just had to get on with it, and I didn't have the luxury of feeling sorry for myself. I had to find a way through, and I did. And Women's Wealth Network really has been, it is one of the reasons. And Women's Wealth Network has come about because of that experience.
Brilliant. And Sarah, what is the Women's Wealth Network?
That's a good question. Women's Wealth Network is sort of 3 programmes all rolled in to one programme. It's very comprehensive. First of all, it's a 12-month programme. So you would enrol as a member for 12 months. You would meet once a month, you know, obviously 12 times. And you would meet with the same 12 women for that 12-month period, and I'll tell you more about what we get up to later. So it's sort of a 12-month programme, and the importance of that, I think, is that as you go along, you'll get an opportunity a whole month to try out things that we're talking about and experiencing. So it's going to be very organic, and the growth you will experience will be very organic. Secondly, it's a business development programme. So it may be that you have a business when you start in the network, or that you want your own business when you come into the network. So you'll be able to develop your business as you go through the 12-month programme. And there'll be lots and lots of support from, you know, the other members of the group and from myself as you go through that. So if you're facing challenges, we'll be able to help you. And don't forget, of course, all those other members have got their own networks and will know people that might just be able to, or know the answer to that particular challenge. And thirdly, naturally, if you're doing business development, it's also personal development, because unless you're working on yourself, then you may not have the skills and experiences you need to move your business on. So it's all about personal development, and I am just so excited about it.
How exciting. So personal development, business development throughout a 12-month programme.
That's it.
Brilliant. So Sarah, who typically is the Women's Wealth Network for?
Okay, well, women as a start. Although obviously if we do have any sort of chaps that want to join, that's going to be wonderful as well. But primarily it's for women who may or may not have a business. So you might have a business, or you might want a business. People with entrepreneurial spirits, you know, want to just learn more, and people who actually maybe just sick and tired of where they're at and want to do something as a catalyst for change. So Women's Wealth Networks can be all about change and progress and success.
Change, progress and success. And I would imagine also an environment that cultivates support and encouragement amongst the members within that group.
Very much so, very nurturing.
Nurturing. Brilliant. And where is the Women's Network going to be? And where is the Women's Wealth Network going to be, Sarah?
Thank you for asking that question.
You're so welcome.
Because it's, you know, I'm also really I'm just really excited about everything, but I'm excited about where it's going to be held. The first group can be launched in South Birmingham, and very closely followed by the second group in Harrogate, and very closely followed by a third group in Edinburgh. So you can see it sort of spreading up the country. I want it to be all across the country within the first 12 months. So we're looking at Dublin, Cardiff, Plymouth, Oxford, Bristol, just all over the country. And my big goal and my big aim is that this just gets spread across the whole world, that we can help everyone who wants to be helped, who's committed to working on themselves and on their business, can come and join.
Worldwide Women's Wealth Network.
It's hard to say, isn't it, really?
Wow! Wow. And Sarah, when is this happening?
Well, the 3 trial events are happening November and December and maybe in January, and it's launching in January 09.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
How does it work? For people like myself who absolutely am going to come and join you, and for the ladies that are with us today, how do they access the Women's Wealth Network?
It's really quite easy and simple to do, which I know you'll all be really pleased to hear. Come and give it a trial first. Come and see if it's the sort of thing that you want to do. So I'll sort of explain a bit about how the day works.
Please do.
Okay, so the day will start around 10 o'clock. There'll be introductions, introducing each other to each other, introducing ourselves to each other, and then we're going to play Cashflow 101.
Cashflow 101. So Sarah, what's Cashflow 101?
It's a board game, and I know you may be thinking that sounds a bit naff, coming to play a board game, but this is a very special board game. It's been designed by Robert and Kim Kiyosaki of Rich Dad organisation in America, specifically to teach and increase financial IQ. So when you play the game, you will learn things about yourself. You won't help but learn because it'll be there right in front of your eyes, so you'll get lots of aha moments. So you'll learn about your philosophy with money, how you are with money, how you react around money, and what those little nagging things that you were told as a child, how they affect your life now. So you learn all of that, and once you know that, that's a great place to then trial out different strategies and different philosophies in the game, in a really sort of safe place, because it's not real money, unfortunately, and so you get to experiment before you go out into the wide world and put those things that you've learned into practice. It's just wonderful.
It sounds wonderful.
So once that game's finished and we've played sort of 2 hours of that, we then get to do lunch, which is brilliant. It's going to be my second favourite part of the day. Sharing lunch with everyone, sharing what we learnt while playing the game, and how that could possibly work in your own life. So that's going to be really, really important, that you share those experiences, because that's one of the great ways that we learn new things. So then if you're there for a trial, that's when your day will come to a close, and from that point you can decide whether you join that chapter or whether you join a different chapter somewhere else in the country. If you're a member and you've joined for the 12 months, we then get to talk about our personal goals, our business goals, and we'll be there in support and, as I've said, to help. And also there's that air of accountability. That last month you said you were going to achieve 10 more sales and you've only got 7. Why is that? What happened? What went wrong? What went right? And what can you continue to do, and what can you perhaps put to one side? So and I think that's really, really important, which is why the trial ends at lunchtime, because those sort of things could be quite personal. You're not going to want to share that with anyone else other than the members of the group.
Absolutely.
So basically that's how it works.
Fantastic. And Sarah, clearly you've been involved with Cashflow 101 for some time. What are the kind of successes and results that people have experienced as a result of going on one of those courses?
We've been running Cashflow, that's Neil and I have been running Cashflow clubs for the last 4 years. We set off with so we bought a game, we played it ourselves and went, wow! And then we wanted to share it with people. So we set a club up and we ran it once a month. And over the period of 4 years, I think we've got 2 or 3 property millionaires as a result of coming and playing the game, which is fantastic.
Absolutely.
And lots of other people whose lives have been touched very positively by just coming and playing the game. Even once, just playing it once can have a really dramatic effect. So that's sort of experience we've got, and that, that's the sort of outcomes you could expect to get.
Wow. Well, Sarah, it's been an absolute pleasure today. Thank you so much. And we wish you every success with Women's Wealth Network, and soon enough it will be worldwide.
Let's hope so.
Thank you. Thank you.